And I can say that with every single design that we're sharing with you. Okay. So, my friend, we've been talking quite a bit about these new rubies that you were able to get. And this one, by far, is the pick of the show. The fact that when you see it, I put this on and I said to Jean, never have we done a solitaire like this in a created ruby. Ever. I mean, you talk about the perfection in color, the consistency in color, all of those things that are so important, and the beautiful simplicity and delicacy of the design work that Jean is known for. This has the best of all worlds, and it's $89.95. Never in a million years would you ever think on my hand, or if I saw this on someone's hand, that 6-carat, or just about, I should say 5-carat ruby solitaire, was anything but that of a $10,000 or $100,000 ring. And
then 2 emerald cuts on each side. Emerald cut as in center stones, not side stones. There's 2, like equivalent of a 1-carat diamond on each side, to really sort of honor the center stone, where again we are just really experiencing the perfect representation of the Burmese ruby. It's intense, fiery red color with those very light flashes of pink. The ring is as pure as you can get. And you know what's interesting about our sapphires at HSN is that this is a lab-created ruby. So as a matter of fact, it is a ruby.
It is.
So like chemically speaking, it's the same thing. So it's not a natural ruby, but it is a ruby, and therefore we can really connect the dots here, thinking that if we could have a natural ruby, this would be exactly, very precisely the color, the vibrance that I would want. And you know that you're looking at an extraordinary ruby when you can see what we call sort of a garden. It's sort of a slight blurriness in the inside of the stone that is coming through the camera right now as you move. That is like perfection.
Everything about it, the simplicity of the design work, but not. You know what I mean when I say that? Because it's baguettes and the way that Jean set them. So special, so unique and so custom on each side of that ruby. Obviously, this ring is about that ruby. This ring is about that gorgeous 5-carat, absolutely flawless. And you're right, it's created. Same physical, chemical, and optical properties as a natural Mother Nature-made ruby. Only difference is, this is man-made to perfection.
So you cannot get any closer. You cannot get any closer, and what you're really getting is the best sensation and the experience of owning a perfect ruby. The color is just right.
And you do not find, a 5-6-carat ruby like this that has, fire and color and sparkle and brilliance. And we mentioned earlier, when you're learning about stones and selecting stones in the ruby world, you want to look at that pigeon blood red. And I remember that's the name. So, but you wanted to have a little bit of, I used to say, reminded me of like when I saw pictures of a perfect, flawless Burmese ruby of like a candy apple red, because there's a glossiness to it.
Yeah, there's absolutely there's a glossiness to it.
Because most rubies, they have more. They're not fiery. They're not glossy. They're pretty. They're that intense red, and of course it's your power color. But you don't get that reflection like you do in the Burmese, what you have been able to capture perfectly in this setting. So we have silver or vermeil to choose from here, and 5 through size 10. 3 flex pays for up until midnight only. And boy, has this been popular. Today already, over a quarter of the quantity has been selected. This is the final 7 minutes with Jean Dousset, celebrating our big birthday celebration here with extra flex and special things going on and brand new
Imagine
designs.
How excited I was when I found those colors, because that was one of the things when I started. I was like, can I reproduce what I really have in mind? And then I found those colors. I chose between, I think, 10 or 12 shades of ruby to find this color. So, and the only way to choose that color is to have seen what a perfect ruby looks like before. Otherwise, you wouldn't really know. And thanks to my exposure during my career to extraordinary stones, I was able to connect it in my mind. This is exactly the color that you would want to have.
And then you just choose vermeil Or silver. So it's one of those stones that really does work in the white metals and the yellow metals, any other colors
depending if you want stronger contrast or a little bit of a warmer tone. If you want, rubies are most of the time really set in vermeil.
July girls, you have a couple days. Treat yourself. If you want the vermeil in this choice, I have fewer than 100 remaining now. So good luck to you there. Still just in all over these great values.